Okay. This is 100% about messaging on Instagram. And it's funny, one of my friends sent a message today kind of talking about it in a group chat, and she brought up cold messaging. And when the way she was referring it to it though was essentially sending a message to someone on a random person on Instagram to get to know them. That's how she was referring to it, as cold messaging. And so technically, if you want to, like, if that's how you look at it, I cold message people all day, but I'm not asking them about Plexus. I'm asking them to I'm getting to know them. Okay, so what I do is I typically start by going to a large Instagram account of someone that I follow that relates to me in some way. And I think this is key because you want to find people that you connect with, right? So what kind of things are you interested in? A lot of what I like, one of two of the main accounts that I go to, funny, both their names are Aaron. They are like crunchy moms of my age bracket, and I don't even one of them like half homeschools. So we're looking at like homesteading, homeschooling moms, crunchy moms around my age. That's who I'm going to their page and I'm looking at either their followers. What I've been doing mostly is I go to their posts, their most recent posts, and I've been going through the likes. I just click on the likes and I can see everyone that liked their post. And then I'll go to those people's pages from there. Okay, so I'm not going to this influencer every day and messaging her. I'm going to either who's following her, who's interacting on her posts, those kinds of things. And I'm going to then I click on their name, go to their page. A lot of people have private pages, FYI. I don't waste my time. I don't message them. Okay. If they have a private page, I go back, I go down, I just literally go down the list. Okay. Once I find a page of someone that has a public page, I can see their posts. I look at their posts and I will look at, I'm not like maybe three posts. I want to know, I want to message this person as quick. I am in and out. I just want to know this much about them. Okay. So I have copy and paste messages saved on my notes on my phone. Um, and one of my main go-tos, I will show you what they are in a minute, is essentially, hey, I put their name, I put whatever their name is. Hey, Jen, found your page, love your vibe. Are you in the thick of momhood too? It's a wild ride. How old are your kids? Okay. That's what I'll message them. Something along those lines. If they homeschool, I'll say something like, "Hey, looks like you're homeschooling too. Have you been doing it for a while or are you just getting started?" Or if they're like a crunchy mom, I'm like, "Are you like how long have you been into like was there a turning point for you being in the more of the natural mind?" So I'm basically giving them a compliment like I love your vibe, I love your energy, found your page, I'd love to connect, and then like some kind of question. Okay? That's basically what I message them. What I also do is on one of their posts, I comment something like, "This is so funny. Oh my gosh, I love this. Your kids are so cute." Whatever. Like something very short and sweet. And then I say, "Messaged you." So, because when you message someone that you're not following, they're not following you, you go to their request folder, and a lot of people don't really look at their request folder. So, me saying I messaged you gets them to go look for said message. Okay? So that's what I'll do. Sometimes I will go and interact on their stories. If they have a story up, sometimes I'll go and I'll like heart their stories. I'll comment something on their stories too, so they have another message from me. Um, that's what I do. And so that when I tell you guys I'm sending 30 new messages every single day on Instagram, that's what I'm doing. I send at least 30 of those every day. I'll be honest, it takes me about 45 minutes, 40 minutes or so typically to get those 30 messages out because you're going through a lot of like Private page, private page, private page. No, no, no. Okay, let's find out. Real quick snippet of this person. Okay, got their message out. Okay, next. So it does take me a little bit of time. I would say probably about 40 minutes to get those 30 messages out every day. Um, so that is the base of where I start. You can do this like multiple different ways. Sometimes I'm like I feel like I've messaged so many people from the people that I'm following, they have like hundreds of thousands of followers. One of them has like over 600,000 followers. So I can definitely message a lot of people from her page. But a lot of the time, like sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'll be going through them and I'm like, I've messaged a lot of, oh, already messaged that person, next, already messaged that person. And so sometimes I'll just find um someone that I have messaged from her page and start going through their followers or their people that are interacting. Or sometimes when I connect with someone and they tell me no, I'll start going through their people. So you're just looking for some kind of like-minded. The other day I got in this like I found a personal trainer and I started going through her people. And I started connecting with them and sending messages. And I think that's actually, I went for a walk yesterday with a girl that is a personal trainer that lives like 30 minutes away from me. She lives in Beaverton. We connected on Instagram, ended up finding out we lived 30 minutes away, and we went for a walk yesterday and had a great conversation. So that kind of random stuff happens. So that is the bulk of what I do. Let me show you. I don't even remember how to share my screen anymore. Here we go. I haven't done this in so long. Okay. Okay. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I half created these on my own, half like used ChatGPT to create some of these. I can send them to you guys, but I'm also like, you need to also kind of make your own because this needs to come from you. So one of my friends, what she sends is basically the first one that I have on here, which it doesn't fit and I'm not getting any responses from it. And it's like, hey lady, I'm Michelle, a Christian homeschooling mom. I came across your page and love your content. So inspiring. Want to connect and support each other here on IG. You can say something like, hey, like introduce yourself like, hey, I'm Michelle, I'm a homeschooling crunchy mama. I'm looking to grow my business on it or looking to grow my reach on Instagram, looking to grow my Instagram. Would you want to connect and support each other? Would you want to follow each other? You can do something like that. It doesn't vibe that well for me. I don't like it. And so I don't really send that very much. I rarely send that one, to be honest with you. If that vibes with you, use it. If you're like, that's a great message, go for it. Um, this one apparently got messed up somehow. Um, One of the main ones I use, this is all like weird. Okay, I think my phone looks different. Like, hey, found your page, love your vibe. Are you in the thick of momhood? I swear it's a wild but so beautiful ride. And then I always ask them a question, like, how old are your kids? Something along those lines. Um, there's the homeschool one I already told you. The lifestyle is basically like, have you always been in a natural lifestyle? Was there a turning point for you? They're all kind of the same kind of thing. I have one for I've found a lot of photographers. So the one for photography is, hey lady, found your page, love your vibe. I kind of go with that for everyone. And I changed their name. So when it says hey lady, I actually change it to like, hey Jen, hey Kara, hey Elizabeth, like whatever. Your photography is stunning. So much heart and talent in your work. I always love connecting with creative women on here. How did you get into photography? Um, so I literally just copy and paste those. That's my boom, 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 boom. I do have a copy and paste for people that respond to like motherhood is wild and crazy. But then we go into a conversation from there. Um, and then I'm gonna stop sharing. I like to get to know them a little bit. We have some back and forth because I'm a huge believer that people are going to buy from you, sign up with you, want to build a business with you from the know, like, and trust factor. They like something about you. You've given them a reason for them to follow you, to get to know you, to want to have that connection with you. And so that's why I try and have a little bit back and forth before I start talking about Plexus. Um, and I'll do it a couple of different ways, but something that is very simple is literally like, have you found a way to earn money on Instagram? And they say yay or nay, it doesn't matter. And then you can ask, would you be open to me sharing what I do to make money on Instagram? They're probably going to say yes. You're not really going to get a no on that one. And then you can share about Plexus. Okay. And how I share about Plexus, and I can kind of send you the copy and paste that I do. Um, well, here. Um, and I'll use basically the same thing too, because I'll like a question I'll use a lot of the time too is, have you had a chance to see what I do? Have we talked about what I do yet? Remind me, have we talked about what I do? And typically they're like, no. I'm like, oh, let me share. So I'll show you guys this one too. Um, so I'll send something like, well, let's change that. They're like, no, you haven't shared what it is, whatever. Let's change that. I help women with two things, both rooted in holistic, functional style healing, made simple and affordable. Gut health, so I have it like bulleted. Gut health and whole body reset, natural supplements that help with less bloating, better digestion, balanced hormones, and way more energy. And then the next bullet, an additional income stream, creating flexible income from home, starting around $300 to $500 a month and growing from there. If you were to choose one, which sounds more interesting for you right now? So I'll send basically something like that, and they'll be like I sent it the other day and had a
Can
lady.
you drop that?
Huh?
Can you drop that one in the chat?
Yes, I
I like
can.
that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Just message me that you want that. Um, so I had a lady respond that she wants to know about gut health. And so kind of I asked her. So then we go into that conversation that we have with everyone, right? Of just like, okay, like absolutely, I can definitely share. And I'll drop here's some basic info. That's usually when I drop the graphics. Here's some basic info for you. Dropped like the gut health, like this is what gut health is. Here's some of the things it helps with. Here's the basic on the pink or the triplex. And then I send some kind of like pictures, like before and after pictures. Sometimes I use the one with the income piece. Here's some basic info. What specifically are you dealing with? What are your specific health goals? Okay, so then I get a little bit more out of them of where we're going because you can't sell to someone if you have no idea what they're looking for. Okay, so that's number one. Um, and yeah, then I go through, I ask the questions, overcome objections, all of that. Like the lady that told me that she's interested in gut health, she messaged me back and kind of told me like I used to deal with these things, but I'm in a better place, but I'd like to support it. But I'll be honest, I can't purchase anything right now. And so I messaged her back like, "Hey, proud of you for doing those things. It would be great to bring in some extra support so you can stay in that space." You did say that this is literally how I said it to her. Like you did mention that gut health was what you were really interested in, but what you're saying actually makes me think that we should really be talking about the income side. So you could afford it. So, and I was like, like let's look at life. It's expensive. A lot of us are feeling it. And what if we can do something where you don't have to, you're able to afford the things that you need, that you desire. You're not tight. Should we be talking about that instead? So that's what I messaged her. I haven't heard back yet because this was only like an hour, maybe 2 hours ago. Doesn't matter. Um, so overcoming those objections. That's what we're doing. It's a normal conversation. Um, Oh, something else so if you have messaged someone and said like, hey, like, have we talked about what I do? Are you making money on Instagram? Whatever it is, and they read it. So you'll see that they read it. It says seen, whatever, you're left on read. However, I can't stand that phrase. However you want to look at it, you can come back in a couple days and message them and basically say like, "Hey, did you get a chance to see this? No Life is Busy and Crazy. I'd love to chat this over with you." And then you can mention something about the 60-day money back promise as well if you want. Um, Let me find my little spiel on this one. Um, Okay. Hey babes, Kara, hey babes, right? I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I shared above, wondering if it might be worth at least taking a peek to see if it could help support you physically or maybe even financially. The products I work with also come with a 6-day money back promise, so it's risk-free to experience for yourself. Okay, so that's another thing. That's basically like a follow-up. Like they're like, "Oh, yeah, I am making money." Or I'm not making money. Oh, do you want to hear what I do? This is what I do. Or even if you're like, if you approach anyone, you can use that as a very simple follow-up. If you ask someone if they have any health goals, financial goals, if they want to look at what you're doing, they don't respond. Here's your follow-up with them. Okay. Um, oh, okay, so that's the bulk. That is the bulk of what I wanted to teach you guys. The other thing is going through your posts, going through your stories. I have definitely found that you want to try and get a connection with someone. Like just because they're following you and they're watching your stories and they liked your posts doesn't mean that they necessarily want to buy Plexus. There might not be that no like trust factor. And so I usually first message them as like let's get to know each other. If they have a private page, it's really hard to let's get to know each other. And I found like a lot of the people that follow me tend to have a private page. And so I can only message them about so much. And so sometimes it's like, I saw you liked this post. Did you relate? Like, something along those lines. I'd like to get to know you. Where do you live? Where are you located? Like some kind of question about them. How did you find me? Sometimes I'll ask them like, are you more interested in business motivation, support, whatever, health tips, gut health. I'll ask them kind of like what things that they're like ingredients, things that I talk about on my page. I ask them what they're most interested in sometimes, and that, they'll get back to me. I'm like, oh, cool. What are you doing for blah, 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 for whatever they mention? So trying to get a conversation going. And then after I've sent them like the original, like, hey, I want to get to know you message, and I see them keep liking or following or whatever, I'll usually send the simple ask of, I saw you following along. You probably know about this pink drink and the business that I have. Have you ever considered looking into it for yourself? Okay. I like that super simple because it's so nonchalant. I actually sent that to you guys saw all those like 350 people that saw my story the other day. I messaged that to one person and she responded and she said, I haven't, but can you tell, but I'm curious, but I'm open to hearing more. So I get that a lot of the time where sometimes people straight up tell me no. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but it's a very like open question where it's just like, have you heard about it? Have you thought about looking it to yourself? Like any of those kinds of things. And so you get a higher response rate a lot of the time, I feel like. So I use that a lot for people that are following along on my stories or liking my posts and those kinds of things. Um, from there. Do you guys have any questions on what I just gave you?
No questions, but I think it's super useful information. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's it's honestly really easy. To me, it took me a while to get comfortable doing it because Instagram just felt like foreign to me. But now that I've been doing it for several months, I'm just like I feel very comfortable on it now. And I haven't signed a ton of people yet, but I also feel like I am very much like perfecting my art as I go, And so I feel like I'm getting a lot better. And I signed 3 people last month from Instagram from doing this basically. I love making reels. Reels haven't been my issue. It's been talking to people. Like, how do I specifically message people and talk to people on Instagram? That's where my hangup was for a long time. I didn't really understand how to, it's not grow my following. It's not about how many people that are following you. It's your connections is really what it is, right? It's like I always say, your money is not up from your posts. You do not make money from your posts. You're making your money from your inbox. And so, how do I get people in my inbox to know, like, and trust me and want to build a business with me, want to take my products, those kinds of things, right? So, that is where I feel like learning how to message people like this has really been incredibly beneficial for me. So. And you can take all of this and like, how can I apply it to Facebook if you want to focus on Facebook? If you don't want to like tame the beast of Instagram right now, that's totally fine. Um, but that's like for me, first of all, I've been building on Facebook for so many years. I look at my friends list and I'm like exhausted by it because I have worked it for so many years. After 9 years of working one platform, you can only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. Like I have just shy of 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I have talked to all of them, and I'm kind of done with it. And so I feel like the next level for my business is working Instagram and growing on that platform and being able to reach more people because you can have unlimited followers on Instagram. People have 1 million followers on Instagram, right? Not that I care about the followers, but I feel like my reach is a lot greater using Instagram. And I also feel like Instagram is more focused on business too. Facebook's more like friends and family. I feel like Instagram's more, I have a business, I'm running a business, let's talk business, let's make money with a business. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on some. I wouldn't give to, I would not be on social media if I didn't have a business, you guys, because I'm over it. There's days that I 100% want to just be like, we're done forever. But I actually really like to make money and get to know people on Instagram or on social media, whatever it is. I wouldn't know any of you guys if I wasn't doing this. So we're gonna be excited about for those things. All right, I'm gonna stop recording.